Finally, what I'm going to talk about now is just 4 stages of moving someone from a CrossFit program into a Hyrox program. Sorry, 3 stages. So this is their CrossFit program. I'm just going to talk specifically about the conditioning. So on the Monday, typical CrossFit workout, let's call it a 10-minute AMRAP of, some barbell gymnastics and rowing couplet. Then we have a mixed aerobic workout. So this is going to be similar to Hyrox. Think wall balls, kettlebell swings, box jump overs, burpees, that type of stuff. Things that you're able to keep a good high turnover with. Tough mixed intervals. So this could be something like, 2 minutes on, 1 minute off. And in the 2 minutes, you're doing an AMRAP of, 2 or 3 movements. And then you're getting that minute rest, working a bit harder than you would do when you do a CrossFit workout. Then we have a skill-based workout. And then we have the CrossFit Throwdown that I generally program as the last day of programs, for people, and just an opportunity to practice your skills. This individual then says, hey, I want to do a Hyrox event. So it's like, okay, well, what can we do? Rather than just turning everything into more of a Hyrox-based program, doing loads of running and all this type of stuff, we would keep all the strength work the same, or the general balance of the strength work. The mixed aerobic work, the stuff that was similar to Hyrox, we would just turn that into Hyrox specific prep. And then for the CrossFit Throwdown, which was usually just a real hard day of conditioning as well, we'd move that into Hyrox practice. So then the transition from this week into this week seems a little bit more seamless and is a little bit easier to manage for the athlete. Then moving into the following week, what we would do is we'd say, okay, well, 50% of Hyrox is running. So we would add in some running intervals there. And we take out those tough mixed intervals and we put the running intervals. And I would recommend doing the running intervals or something along those lines the day before a rest day, just because it can take quite a lot out of you if you're a CrossFitter. And then finally, you're looking at a complete overhaul of the conditioning, more focused towards Hyrox. And then in this situation, it might be you have some Hyrox specific prep on the Monday, you do some easy aerobic work on the Tuesday, running intervals on the Wednesday. So we have harder intensity here on the Monday, easier intensity here on the Tuesday, and then harder intensity here on the Wednesday. And that's just because running just generally takes it out more than takes more out of you than going through row, ski erg, and assault bike. Then for the Friday, we do some sled-based conditioning. This is generally the thing that trips up a lot of people if you're not used to it. And then they will go through their Hyrox practice. And what you could do is, say, for example, this was week 0. This is the program they were doing before. We will go through this structure for 3 weeks, this structure for 3 weeks, this structure for 3 weeks, this structure, and you're looking at a 10-week preparation period, and you would be good to go for a Hyrox competition, and you would feel very prepared, and you wouldn't necessarily have to overhaul the whole program from the get-go. So hopefully you got some ideas there on how to potentially make a transition. Remember, we want those changes to be as seamless as they can. There is going to be a bit of a transition phase, and it's always going to be something you might need to get a bit used to, but we want to try to keep our training productive, and the way we do that is trying to keep the programming and the structure as similar as possible, moving from week to week, phase to phase, and that type of stuff. Obviously making our changes, adding in variation as we need to, but just not doing it too much.